the hoe instead.
What do you call me?
Morning. I just got off the bike after bringing the cows in. First, probably gentle frost down on the lower country near the river. It sort of creeps up that way, and as the weather gets cooler, creeps further up the hills. So, first one of the season, thankfully. Usually wear this on the bike. Beanie. Usually have a fleecy neck gaiter. They're really good too. And some gloves. Just keeps you all warm before you start milking. And you start to warm up and shed some layers. So today, we've got Tom's back again. So we're gonna get some joining age heifers in, put some collars on them, which I haven't done before, which will be sort of exciting to see what happens. So put some collars on them today, and then in a few weeks' time, the collars will start to get meaningful data for us, and then we'll be able to breed them based on the collars. So we're going to select who we want to breed out of this heifer lot based on the genetic test. And we've got copies of those genetic tests already available, and based on look as well, but mostly genetic tests because they all look pretty similar. And that's the beauty of genomic testing, is that you can sort of get a pretty good idea of who might be a really good cow into the future and who we would just like to put with the beef bull. So the other heifers will just be put in with the beef bull. We'll give them some hay in with the bull, and he can mate them, and then they'll have crossbred calves. So they'll have a beef cross dairy calf, which is quite a sort of high value calf, because they can be reared for beef then, whereas the calves, the bull calves from a dairy animal aren't very, they take a long time to grow, long time to put on meat, and so they're not very desirable on the market. So we'll be using sex semen on all the heifers that we're AIing over the next month, or month and a half, and that means that they're 90% likely to have a female calf. So we're using genetic testing to find out who the best heifers are, and then we're using sex semen to ensure that we hopefully get a female out of them. So then that genetic progress can continue fairly quickly. Whereas if we were to be just using conventional semen, which would be 50-50 boy or girl, if they have a boy, it's a real wasted opportunity. Out of that really good heifer, we get a bull calf, and then that genetic don't carry on because we get rid of the bull calf, which means sell it on the market. But we don't have that problem anymore because we're using sex semen. So really, really awesome development in dairying, and way of the future, I think. And so we'll get into milking, get this done, get on the bikes and head up to the hill country where the heifers and dryers are, and we'll bring them all down. We're going to draft them, check on them, give them all a drench, make sure they're not getting any lice or anything like that, and then we'll collar them. Another thing I really like to do in the mornings, is a bit of luxury, is just fill these with hot water from the hot water. Just fill that to the brim, and it's scorching hot water. Because I got my gloves on, you don't really feel it. You just dunk your fingers, stops fingers from seizing up. Hey, Pippi. Pip. Oh, Pippi. Good girl. You don't feel the cold, do you? Oh, luxury. Another repair needed. Getting a bit worried about this auger now. We do have a new setup on order, so hopefully it'll be here by the end of the week. But yeah, for now we've just got to keep patching and hoping it holds until then. Got most of the mixer done. before it snapped. This time in here, fortunately, which is a lot easier to get at than having to cut the flighting and all that sort of thing. So get it patched up, and hopefully the new one will be here on Friday. Just getting the mix done. Mix is running. Just put our additives in here, in the hopper. So it comes out of the barley silo, through this auger, through the disc mill. We just get ground up fine so it's digested easier. And then this is all the old bits from here back to the mixer that we're going to replace. So it'll just have one 3-phase motor here, variable speed, and a 4-inch auger to the mixer. So it'll be a lot simpler. We'll take out a couple of single-phase motors and just add one 3-phase. Should work a lot better. We're just in between the other jobs and getting heifers in and stuff. We're just going to put in some, we've just been putting in some wood shavings that I get off a mate of mine. He's a very talented woodworker, Wayne Maven, Bespoke Joinery. Check it out. And Wayne gives us all these old wood shavings for our calf pen. So the calves love it, don't you girls? Huh? Usually when we dump it in a big pile, the calves sort of just throw the heads in it and stuff. They love it. So it's just really good bedding for the calves in when they're undercover. Yeah, we put it in the training pens down there when we're training calves. It's nice hardwood shavings, none of the treated stuff, so nice and soft. Yeah, guys. Yeah, Pip. Yeah, there, Pip. The hoe instead.
What do you call me? Back on the railroad.
Good workout anyway.
Yep.
Got some in here. A lot of running with cattle work. Running and bike riding. Just shutting a couple of gates so that we can, we had a couple of cows get in with the joining age, the dry cows with the joining age drafting. So they're going to be coming down this hill in a sec. We'll shut this gate to the gully and get the cows out here, and then the joining ages down to the hill. These are the older heifers that we drafted out from the younger ones there yesterday, so they're just hanging in this paddock till we get them up into the other paddock with the pellet feeder. And Dad is just bringing the joining age heifers down now. Okay, guys. Pip behind. Way back, Pip. Way back. Yeah, that'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Good girl. Okay, guys. Yep. just a little group this year, or this breeding. Usually we'll sort of have 15 or so. I think there's only 8 or 9 there. Keep behind you. We're just putting some collars on. Just yeah, maybe shut that gate. On the joining age heifers. So what we're doing is just having a look at their genetics report as they go through. So this girl here, 319, she's got a BPI of 276, so $276 higher than the average per lactation, and a health weighted index of 306. So really happy with this batch. Most of them are over 200. So yeah, it's been a long time coming to sort of get those genetic improvements based on the gene tests. So they've all had gene tests in the past, and their mothers had gene tests, so they were matched to the bulls. So yeah, going pretty well. Come go. You go. Yeah, ready for breeding in a few weeks. Pip, that'll do, get out. This morning, yesterday didn't really go to plan. I had a filling on a molar done in the morning, and it didn't work, so lots and lots of pain. So thankfully I've had it out. Tooth pull, which was not fun. But yeah, fortunately Dad's covering for this morning. He's milking. I'm just getting some milk for the kids. Bigger frosts this morning. So yeah, we're into winter now. Yeah, hopefully today might be an admin day. I've got plenty of paperwork to catch up on, so keep pressing ahead, I suppose. Fortunately, Tom's here, can give Dad a hand. So just filled up our milk for the morning's breakfast. We drink our own raw milk. Unfortunately, in Australia, you can't sell raw milk commercially. It's just not allowed, it's illegal. So yeah, I know in some parts of the world it's perfectly normal to sell it, but here it's not. So anyway, that's just how it is. So it has to be sent away to milk factories for processing. So pasteurization, which heats the milk to kill any bacteria in it. And but you know, we've never been sick from drinking our own raw milk, so it's just one of those things. Especially today, we've got so many sort of strict regulations on food safety in dairy that it probably would be pretty safe.